Hello, this is Matt from Japan Car Direct. Today I wanted to take you through the sales statistics page. Now, we have another video up on YouTube that takes you through how to search for a car, but how do you know how much to bid on something? Now, if you noticed on the auction page, there are average prices listed on the far right-hand column. Depending on the make and model, that's not always accurate, especially if it's a rare vehicle. So we can have a look at the history of all types of makes and models over the past 3 months that were sold across Japan at the dealer auctions via this page, sales statistics. So we can click on this and we'll see a framework very similar to the search page for vehicles coming up at auction, and we're going to search individual makes and models. Of course, we do have the advanced search to look for a specific date range or engine size if you wish, but let's take a look at Toyota today, and let's have a look at the Land Cruiser. We can scroll down here, we see Land Cruiser right there, click on that, and we'll see that over the past 3 months, 6,806 Land Cruisers were sold at the auction houses across Japan. It's quite a lot to look through, so depending on what we're searching and looking to buy, we can limit our search that way. So how about we bring it down to, we can say 1991, maybe 1985, okay, and we can press the search button. And we see here that we're limited now to 397 Toyota Land Cruisers, so a much more manageable number. All the model numbers pop up here, just like in the auction search on the auction search page. One particular model that's quite interesting, especially for the States, is the HDJ 81, which was a diesel turbo engine not available in the States. So these can be imported. They are legal to import to the States now. So we can click on this model here and do a search that way. And it'll take us to 64 that have been sold over the past 3 months. We can have a search through there. But if we just want to look straight at Land Cruisers in general, we can bring it back to the beginning and maybe limit our search a bit more. 1988 to 1991, 307 Land Cruisers. Let's say the one we're looking at buying is a 4 3.5 or a repair, an R car. We can click those condition distinctions there and press the search button again. Now, we also can, limit it by auction house or colors, but of course this doesn't really change. This doesn't really have any bearing on the price of the vehicle, so we can leave this open. But one thing that is important is if it was sold or not. We don't want to be looking at vehicles that weren't sold, like you see here, or sold by negotiation because the price isn't listed. That won't help us. So let's just click the sold button, and of course, automatic or manual if you're interested. Manual will generally go for more than automatic, depending on the vehicle, especially if it's a utility vehicle or a truck. Now we have condition 4, 3.5, and repair cars up here that were sold, and we're limited to 66. So very easy to look through this amount. We want to arrange the vehicles in a certain way. Now we can arrange it by auction date, time. We can arrange it by model number, size of engine, mileage, etc. So depending on what you're looking for, you can arrange it by clicking the arrows on either side of these column headings. But really the most important is the price, I think. So we can arrange it by descending, which means the most expensive one sold is going to pop up first and go all the way down. Now, the most expensive one is usually an outlier, of course, and it's 2 million yen it sold for, over 2 million yen, so over $20,000 it sold for. If you want to see it in dollars, you can click the USD label right here. Now, we can have the dollars, just keep it in dollars, and we see that they're at the top of the list. Of course, there's several 4s and 3.5s, but you also see some R's pop up, which might be surprising. Some repair cars have just had mild repairs, like they just had panels replaced or maybe a little fender bender. But depending on the accident, it might not be severe, and but even if it does have a little accident, it will still be listed as a repair car. So we can confirm the condition with the third-party pre-bidding inspection, as we do on every vehicle, the extent of the damage and the quality of the repair that was made on the vehicle. So depending on that, on the quality of repair or the damage in general, a repair car might go for a high amount. But generally, you'll tend to see them toward the bottom of the list. And you see we have 4 pages here. Now it goes down drastically from the top of almost $20,000 to right down to 9,000 right at the bottom of the first page. And these are still 3.5s. But this one does have high miles. We can go down to the third page, let's say, and we'll see the price continue to drop. And we'll see a lot more repair, a lot more 3.5s, and a lot higher mileage kind of gathering towards the bottom of the list. So depending on what we're looking at, you can compare it, or what you're looking at buying, you can compare the mileage and the condition, and we can also have a look at the auction sheet and kind of compare what the inspector notes are, what damages, the condition, the overall condition of the car, right? So this is the best way to kind of get an idea of the average price you should bid to have the best chance of winning your car. I'd say if we're looking at something in good condition that we can import to the States or anywhere for that matter, you'll be able to something that you'll be able to drive right off the boat. You're looking at something between $9,000 and $12,000 is probably a good range to consider when bidding for something in a acceptable condition. If at any time you've made a mistake and you like to go back to the beginning, you like to start over, just click the Land Cruiser button again. You start right from scratch with the 6,800 or so vehicles. So this is something that we will take our customers through. If we send a link and you can send us a link and ask us how much we think this will sell for. We use this tool to make a very accurate estimate as to what the sell price is going to be. So once we've found a car that we're interested in, something that we want to go forward on, we'll talk about this and get an idea of what we can bid. And depending on how the inspection comes back, we can adjust our bid accordingly. So this has been the sales statistics page, and very useful tool. So I hope you get to use it. If you have any questions, please give us a call. This is Matt. Thank you very much. Bye-bye.